With the beautiful Puget Sound just to our west, you get a look inside Lumen Field here in Seattle, Washington. To go, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Seattle Seahawks. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
And 10 at the 42-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's second and 10. Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
The Bengals bring out their punter now. Back deep for the Seahawks, Tyler Lockett. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And this will be down just inside the 30-yard line.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. A little jet sweep to start the drive.
In terms of points scored in the NFL, so when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
From the 31, Wilson, and his throw here's incomplete. The intended receiver was DK Metcalf, but now it'll be 3rd down.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
On 3rd down, Wilson going for Metcalf on the deep ball, and that's caught inside the 30. And he is going to have a Seahawks 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
A very early momentum changer there. Actually a dream killer for the defense, because they forced a 3rd down. Felt like they had a good chance to get off the field defensively, and then they got hit with that big play.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line. They'll run for the first time with Raheem Mostert. And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. 2 yards that time. A stark contrast from the big chunk on the previous play.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Wilson. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep two eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting two hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
Here's Wilson on third down. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. And out of bounds right around the 20. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up fourth down. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. On comes the Seahawk kicker here on fourth down. It's Jason Myers from the left hash. This from 37. And Myers able to knock it through. Had just the one big play on the drive, but that was enough to put him in field goal range.
And one big play of what they hope will be many others throughout the game. Every team has a different target for the number of plays like that, those explosives that we talk about. That allowed them to put points on the board on that drive. Let's see how the rest of the game goes.
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession and try and get things.
Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. K'Lavon Chaisson. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10.
Down.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. He'll get 3, but it leaves him with a big hole here on 3rd and very long. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
Looks like a second empty possession to start the game, and certainly not the way you want to start when you're coming off of a loss last week. Every team talks about starting fast. They're hoping on their next possession, it can be a delayed fast start and get them going.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Returnable for Lockett. There, but a very strong 14-yard return. And the Seahawks will have great field position to start this drive. They take over on the short side of the field. On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
The ball carrier.
He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
On 2nd down and 4, Wilson, 20. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. 36 yards on the play.
8-yard line.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And now nothing but green ahead of him. The 20, 10, and he will bring it back. It's a pick six for a Bengals TD. Now remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
Austin Seibert set to kick off.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. Taking it about the 1. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
At their own 28-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Wilson throwing quickly out to Lockett. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
And a nickel look here for the Bengals as they try to defend this on 3rd. From the shotgun, Wilson. He'll get this into the hands of Mostert. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. And 1st down, Seattle, 16 yards the gain there.
1st and 10 at the
from the gun, it's Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. That's caught by his running back, Raheem Mostert. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. Give him back-to-back catches now. That one for 16 and another 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Pick up there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
11 more yards. And that's good for another Seahawks.
And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. Give him 14 on the play. And it's going to yield a new 7.
That's the reason we ball for them. Circle round twice for the encore. You know